Most DIYers struggle to actually finish their builds, and a 1-hour project turns into a 3-week nightmare. In this video, we'll show you the 9 hacks we use to shave days off of every weekend project. And to put them to the test, we will completely transform our mailbox in only 1 hour without using any of our expensive power tools. We'll only be using a drill, a speed square, and a circular saw. Let's jump into the first hack that most DIYers skip, but that's key to finishing your projects fast. I know you want to jump into that build, but having to make decisions in the middle of a project will slow you down and can lead to mistakes. And nothing kills your motivation like staring at your wood and thinking, wait, what's next? A sketch is fine, but a simple set of build plans is better, especially if you are new to DIY. Plans are basically your instruction manual. They tell you what to buy, what to cut, and how it goes together. So, before build day, take a little time to plan it out. And if you want to build the same mailbox, we made the plans free. Link is in the description.
While you're making your plans, you'll need to choose your board sizes. And this one decision determines whether this is a simple cut and screw build or one that needs a new tool. If you've ever gotten in a project and thought, wait, how am I supposed to do that? And then you realize that you need to buy and learn how to use a new tool, then you understand how frustrating that situation can be. Don't get me wrong, we love buying new tools, but this can turn a 1-day project into a 3-week project. This often happens because the plan calls for a board size that the store doesn't sell. But if you plan your project around standard lumber sizes, then you only need to cut them to length. For example, in the US, you can buy boards that are 3.5 inches wide. But if you want them to be 3 inches wide, then suddenly you need a table saw in order to rip the board down to size just to complete your project. Quick beginner note. If you're in the US, a 2x4 isn't actually a 2x4. It's 1.5 by 3.5. You'll see this a lot, but it won't feel as confusing once you're used to it. Doesn't make any sense, but it won't be as confusing. Make sure you plan your project around the standard lumber sizes that are available at your local store. You'll build faster and you won't get stuck needing a new tool mid-project.
While using standard lumber sizes will save you hours, this next tip will save you months. The materials you choose will make or break your project. It's the difference between a 1-day build and a 6-month build. Regular wood will rot outside, so you need something rot resistant like pressure treated wood. However, pressure treated wood is usually too wet to stain right away, so you end up waiting months for it to dry out. And let's be honest, you may never go back and stain it. Pre-finished cedar tone pressure treated wood is great for outdoor projects, and it will be done the moment you screw the last piece together. So, choose your materials and finishes that do the work for you. This saves you tons of time and ensures that you don't have another half-finished project making you feel guilty.
All right, so our plans are done and our materials are picked. We're ready to go shopping, right? Well, not quite. Nothing kills a project like being mid-build and realizing you're missing one board or one screw. Now you're making another trip to the store and your project just got a lot longer. We like to use our planning tool to make sure we have everything we need first. Before you head to the store, go through your plans and make a list of every board and fastener your design needs, and every tool you'll need to build it. People always forget that part. And don't forget about the invisible things that might not be listed on your plans. Glue, caulk, stain, whatever your project needs. Here's a quick material audit checklist. Review it before each project to make sure you have everything you need on your list.
Before we start our build, there is one last thing we need to check that takes 5 minutes and can save you an entire trip to the store. If you're anything like us, you bought the materials weeks ago and things have moved around since then, or you're planning to use some materials you already have. Before you head to the store, check that you actually have everything that you think you do. Make sure that box of screws isn't nearly empty or that paint isn't dried out. And before starting your build, lay out all your materials to make sure that you have everything you need and it's easily accessible.
All right, we're finally ready to begin our build. So let's start that clock. Every time you pull a tape, you're adding room for error. There's a faster way. The trick is to use one piece of wood to mark the next. The great thing about this is it saves you time and you can't misread the tape measure since the first piece does the measuring for you. But here's the part most people don't realize. If you accidentally cut a board too long or short earlier in the build, you can match the rest of the pieces to make it work, instead of having to recut them or scrap the board. So your mistakes won't snowball on you. Don't measure if you can avoid it. If two pieces need to be the same to fit together, then cut one and use it to mark the other.
Another common time suck during a project is all the time you spend walking between your materials, your saw, and your project. You can save a lot of time in your build by batching together your steps. Mark in batches, then cut in batches, then start your assembly. Or if you have two people, one person can measure and mark while the other person is cutting. Then you can assemble together. Just double check your marks before you cut the whole batch.
You know what takes longer than cutting all your boards? Recutting all your boards. Or worse, having to run back to the store for more wood. It happens to all of us. You're rushing to finish your project and something's wrong, so your pieces don't fit together. If something feels off, stop and think. Take 10 minutes to save yourself 2 hours later. Check your plans, measure your parts, test fit pieces together, and figure out what's off. Then fix the real problem.
If you need something to be equally spaced in your project, like the slats on this mailbox, then you have the opportunity to save yourself a lot of time and end up with a better result. Don't spend the time measuring something over and over. Best case scenario is that you can waste a lot of time. Worst case scenario is that your measurements are off and you end up with a slightly wonky project. And nothing is more frustrating than finishing a project and having it look like this. Instead, use a quick spacer. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. A scrap of wood, some playing cards. Just find something you can use over and over so everything is spaced perfectly.
So this project was supposed to take us under an hour.
That was
And
cool.
we kind of went over. To be fair, we had kids and everything else, but that's life.
It is.
Point is, we got it done. These tips will save you time, but for most people, the real problem isn't speed. It's actually completing the projects you already started. So, watch this video next to learn the 5-step system to finish any DIY projects. In just 30 minutes, you can finish a project and rebuild your momentum.